What's up everybody, Tech Engineer here with an update to my ASIC miner heater project. It is now April 2022 and spring weather has arrived, so I need to make some changes to my system that I'm going to go over today. But just to recap, the last two videos I showed you how I built my system, and the second video I showed the data of how the system was working and the productivity of the system. And I'm happy to report that it did work all winter long and heated my house all winter basically for free, and I actually made a little bit of extra Bitcoin on the side. So the project has been a success, and I no longer need the heat produced from the ASIC miner heater, and I wanted to actually use the system I have in place, some of the ductwork and the fan that's already there, to actually help cool my house during the spring weather where I do not yet need AC. I can pull air in from the outside and vent it out through the attic, in the process helping to cool the Bitcoin miners that are still in the box, and also cool off my house, just with some minor tweaks to the system that I'm going to show you today. So there's the fan that I already had in place. But the main difference I'm making here is just to the wiring of my dampers. So if you remember, I had the input to my damper system controlled by my thermostat, so when heat was requested, it would change the flow from coming from the attic into the box to pulling from the house through the box and then out to the house. But now I want to just change it so that it pulls from the attic to pull from the house and then just dump out into the attic. So instead of being connected through my thermostat, I'm now connecting it through this smart switch here that I can then control with my Smarthome. And then this is just a 24 volts transformer that then powers the dampers. But I basically just rewired this transformer up to my two dampers and changes the airflow. So I wanted to go over the automation I use in my ASIC miner heater. So I use a Hubitat smart home controller, and the Hubitat is a very powerful, fully featured smart home controller that is local, reliable, fast, and private. I am in no way affiliated with Hubitat, but it's a product I've been using for a couple years now, and it is fantastic for automating your environments. And I will possibly be doing a full video on my home automation system in the future, but for now I'm just going to go over the one single automation I am using now for my ASIC miner heater. So I just have a trigger event that runs every 30 minutes, and that trigger event will evaluate these conditions here. So basically what this is doing is saying if these contact sensors, any of them are open, so if any of my doors or windows are open and the temperature of my upstairs thermostat is greater than balcony motion, so basically checking to see if the indoor temperature is greater than the outdoor temperature, because I don't want to be pulling hot air in through the house when I'm wanting to cool it off. Then the next check is that the thermostat mode is off, so I don't want this exhaust fan running when either the heater or the air conditioner mode is on. And also I want this running only when the temperature inside is greater than or equal to 73 degrees. Basically I don't want it running when it's already cool in the house, because the purpose is to cool off the house. So once all these conditions are met, and as you can see right now all these conditions are true, it turns on the attic exhaust, and that causes the dampeners to change position to allow that airflow up in from the house and out through the attic. So otherwise it turns off the damper positioning so that the exhausting will just happen from attic to attic and not pull from the house. The other automation I wanted to cover is the smoke and overheat protection that I have built in. So I'm also using the Hubitat for this. So the trigger events in this case are smoke detected by the smoke detector that's actually in the attic in the ASIC miner heater box, or the other smoke detectors in the house. If any smoke is detected, I want the system just turning off. So the actions it'll run are to turn off the ASIC heater, which is the actual device that powers the ASIC, the Bitcoin miners in the box, and also the fan itself, as well as the thermostat. So I want to shut down all airflow through that box, because if there were actually a fire, we want to actually smother it. So we turn off all the power to the device and smother it. So that would theoretically actually put the fire out, but also notify me so I know, oh, there's a problem, I need to go take a look. The other automation I have is if the temperature that I have of this temperature controller here that's actually inside the box reports above 135 degrees Fahrenheit, I am also going to turn off the heater. That's just to prevent an overheat situation. So that's all I have for today. Hopefully you found this video useful. Hopefully I showed you some possibilities of automating with a smart home controller. It's relatively straightforward if you get the right controller, and you can do basically an unlimited amount of things. It's only limited by your imagination. That's the beauty of engineering. It's releasing creativity through code. So like, subscribe, share if you like this video. Stay tuned. I have another project I've already been working on for a while, having to do with heating something else with Bitcoin miners. So stay tuned. See you next time.